Hey, good Thursday, September the 27th afternoon. Where are we? We're about 14:30 hours. Don't mind the dark. I'll be right with you.
Hey, fellow YouTubers, fellow data investors, which does include, in fact, the intellectual property rights behind a comment that you've been contributing. Are you suffering from no more comments? Oh, well, show us channel. Babe? Babe, are you home? How about you? Seems to be this rash going around today, September the 22nd. It actually started last night.
Sorry, just putting on some more Tank Drum Modified. Boy, he's really coming on his music. I wonder if he sells any of those drums, or whoever makes them for him. I think he makes them, actually. So let's just have a quick boo at the sun and see if we can get 1302, the big sunspot that just about fried out all our crap tech electronics yesterday and sent us into the perpetual darkness, along with all the control systems on our nuclear reactors. And our chemical plants like Bhopal and our oil tankers. Too fast here. Let's just back her off a bit. Okay, get back in a geosynchronous orbit. So there you go. Unfortunately, I don't think I can autofocus with this monster. I'm trying to get you a picture of in the center of the sun there. 1302 or 11302. We'll try going to manual, and we'll try going in for a close-up zoom. Alright, let's try going in a little closer. Hey, anybody get that, the kids from Galactica there, deorbiting? On, Geoff Dog 7's channel that I sent you all out? The star children in their spacesuits there. Well, they're young star adults now, I guess, but you may have to nip back in time to the 70s, the original Battlestar Galactica. They did a satire on the Star Kids. The real ones, not these flaky, egotistical fucking MK Ultra bullshit that's Galactic Federation of Light nonsense all over YouTube. No, that's just a bunch of religious fantasy. Basically targeted at a certain kind of group that, you know, had they actually been studying on the real issues, like their freedoms and rights and property and prosperity and future being sucked away from them by the global Zionists, well, you know, perhaps we wouldn't be on the verge of mutually assured global eugenics, and instead we'd be concentrating on dealing with the version 1 mutually assured destruction, all the nukes that were detonated that set off the Strangelet chain reaction about 1,000 years ahead of time in the center of our Earth. You know, the one that's going to see everything on it, in it, including the energy, including your make-believe spirits, sucked into a singularity, or a black star, as it used to be called. Yes, I'm still using this absolutely useless Princess Auto fucking tripod. The one with 2 pieces of slop in it. Just stay sure it's abso-fucking-lutely useless. I'm assuming it's the original owner's daughters or something that are the heads of the purchasing. You know, it used to be a good store. Now, if you get it from Princess Auto, take it out of the package, check it, make sure it's not defective and parts missing. Take it home, test it right away, and then when you find out it's totally dysfunctional and useless, just, you know, clever marketing like in a Vogue magazine for makeup or something, and take it back to Princess Auto. That's a Canadian joke, eh, you guys? Princess Auto could be all over North America. I had to pull out of it a long time ago when I saw, well, this is just another scam. I could get this at Canadian Tire. Or down in the States, their version is like Harbor Freight, I think it's called. Not that I'm commenting on the quality and the marketing of Harbor Freight, just the type of merchandise they tended to sell, not the quality. Of course, like everything, if it's good, well, the big stores will send in their shills and make it not worth a damn. After all, you don't compete up, you don't compliment yourself for a better job or a better product. No, you compete down. In mass consumerism, that's the name of the game. How can we install more planned obsolescence, get them to indenture themselves further buying obsolete junk, dysfunctional, non-lasting garbage, and throw it away real quick and then come back for even more debt. And at the end of the day, we won't need our stores. We'll have them by the indentured servitude. Yes, and they'll, whatever we want to do with them, they'll be more of our product. And most importantly, egotistically self-disempowered. But at least they'll feel good, and they'll have positive fake thoughts that we delusion them with. And they won't be their thoughts, they'll be ours. Well, there you go. Hope you enjoyed your tour of the sun. Let me just end this little bit of space weather forecast by saying, about the crack of dawn UTC time. You can expect yesterday's KP8 to be minor and prepared. Have you ever experienced a KP9? Well, guess what? This could be your lucky day, assuming, as usual, my critical space weather reports don't somehow or another miraculously get held up and scavenged for real data, which is, given to their buddies, news broadcasters. And then 2-3 days after the event, and after they scoop the news, it manages to make it through the central scrutinizer. Yes, I know, we're all playing past the buck. Okay, but we're just doing what we're told. Oh, and who told you to steal my data and devalue it through fraud? And who told you that was okay, so you could make your buddies rich? And then, once you got them on the hook, then you hand them a brown shirt, you say, put this on. Come closer, you criminal, we've entrapped you, now you're ours. You see, that's how the global Zionist front operations like the CIA, the NSA, Mossad, you see, that's how they trap you fuckers all by your moronic, petty, pitiful little greeds. Okay, well, happy YouTubing. Okay, I'll just keep reminding you guys all of the end game in this particular chapter is, best summed up by Carrington solar storm. Roswell, 1947. Here, take my crap tech and steal it, and without the rights, go ahead, backward engineer it. Yes, okay, it will even help you, because you're so docile, the people that you actually suck into being your backwards engineers at Area 51 and all the other skunk work facades. Well, we'll help you to understand just enough, and we'll help compartmentalize you all so you can't see the big picture. Okay, and this is going to be society's new technological background, crap tech, and then we'll give you a little bit of help and make sure that the trap doesn't get set. The solar storm, the Carrington storms. We'll make sure that you go through 50, 60, 70 years without that, and come the day when you're totally dependent and you've criminally installed this IC crap tech as the backbone of your entire society. Well, we'll just withdraw, let nature take its course. You know, once we've scooped all your DNA and patented it, and you know, we'll go sell slaves. Your prodigy, we'll go sell them for whatever, wherever we want in the galaxy. And well, good luck with that. And I'll tell you, if our lackeys manage to really prove themselves and subjugate you, you know, we'll help them with all kinds of chemicals like fluoride and whatnot. If they turn you into mindless drones, we'll come along when you're about, I don't know, 40 days and 40 nights into the great off button being pressed, the perplexity switch being flipped by the sun. Or, you know, we'll show you how to do that on your own if the sun's taking too long. Or maybe, you know, well, we won't do it ourselves because we get busted, but you know, and basically we'll own your fucking asses, any of you that survived your carnage. All the while we'll have surveillance doing the destructive testing so we can prove our genetically patented Homo sapien product. You know, you can say it's this good because it undergone this stress and that stress until it killed itself in this way or that way, or succumbed to this or that poison that, well, these other models introduced on them at our beckoning. Well, you get it. One stone at a time, and that's their capstone. Hey, Masons? Yeah, you were the best lackeys of all. Yes, you really, really, really sold out your species. Yes, your god Lucifer must be very proud of you. Just when all this cheat and scam had come to an end, and his outcasted, useless tribe ended up on Earth about 8,000 years ago, and cooked up this new scam, basically stealing my ancestors' DNA from the dead corpses they found, the few that they found that we missed, before we went underground after building our pyramids and capping off our nuclear fission mistakes. Well, hey, y'all get the picture, huh? Now, if not, well, you know, that's why I outlined it and said it again and again and again in Truth and Survival and a few other uploads. And, you know, eventually that pretty little redhead's gonna come and wanna join up with me and edit them all into something that even a totally fluoridated pineal gland could remember long enough to glue the scenes together. Hey guys, you gonna take me for a walk now? Yeah, we didn't get one yesterday. Seems that typhoon blowing in from Japan picked up so much of the recontaminated burn-off from the Fukushima disaster. You know, basically it made it even more volatile, a lot of the radiologicals and the contaminants, and bound them to little things like clinker ash and whatnot, and put them up in the atmosphere just in time for this storm. Yes. So guess what? That all came over to BC in that big wind we had starting, what was it, Wednesday? And all that rain and shit. So, you know, hopefully the government warned you guys all and took their measurements and said, hey, this area, that area, Squamish, whatever, you know, Port Alberni, whatever, get out of the fucking rain for the first 20 minutes as the washout of this contaminant falls on you. Or do this if you happen to get rained on and find these little red lesions bubbling up on your skin. You know, I'm sure the Stephen Harper government and the BC Liberal Party and their designated deputy ministers and whatnot, I'm sure they went to all the radio stations and warned you. So, you know, maybe another 1 or 2 or 100 or 1,000 or 10,000 or whatever BCers, you know, 100,000 could escape that particular round of Fukushima radiological fallout, you know, because that's what they are legally must do. That's strict liability. You know, we wouldn't want to see them going into the new privatized prison planets with the Stephen Harper conservative government that enacted these laws, would we? No. No, we need them to keep making wonderful, marvelous, critical decisions about how much money they're taking out of mine and your non-disposable income next, as they, well, turn us over into, from tax holes to indentured servitude, mindless drones ready for their global Zionist bosses' masters to come and, you know, claim what doesn't die in the destructive stress testing that's clearly been going on for, well, since since the turn of the millennium. I think practice runs are really a lot earlier. So, hey, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Doc Atomic's space weather synopsis, and as you all know, I've been putting links to all the public, although somewhat corrupted, systems that you pay for, the data, so you could learn yourself. So when all this stuff is taken away after the perplexity switch is thrown, the big off button, boop, 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 beep. Well, you know, you would have some sort of understanding of what the interstellar space storm is about, and not, you know, drop the ball like apparently my ancestors did, and trying to leave you messages and they got turned into religions and this and that. And okie doke, truth and survival. You want a more in-depth understanding? There you go. Okay, ciao, baby, or is it hasta la vista? Sayonara.